second example. Second example relating to determinants of sales. Sales are determined by three independent variables I have taken here. One is TV advertisement budget, radio advertisement budget, and news advertisement budget. Whether sales is influenced by these three variables or not. If it is not, we have to check collinearity first. Here I have taken 200 companies data I have taken from the keggale.com website I have taken. It is available, even if you go there you will get it, this data. This data I have taken from that source. Now from 200 companies, the number of variables are 4. In that dependent variable is 1, that is called sales. The other 3 independent variables are TV advertisement, radio advertisement, and news advertisement. How the sales are influenced? Whether the sales are influenced by these 3 or not. First we need to check collinearity. Whether there is any strong relationship or correlation among the independent variable. I am repeating once again. Among the independent variable you have to check. You don't include dependent here. You keep it aside the dependent variable. Only independent variables you have to take, and those independent variables should be checked for correlation. If there is any strong relationship among these independent variables, you better to remove it, because there is a collinearity problem. What is collinearity means? If there are 2 variables are strongly correlated, if they are contributing, we are not able to understand how much each one is contributing. Let me repeat why. Because here if the 2 people are giving money equally, then how should I say who is giving high, who is giving less? It is very difficult to say. So that we need to calculate interaction. There is another advanced things are there, I don't want to tell you. We need to know whether there is an interaction between any two those strongly related independent variables. I have to check. This is another thing that we don't want to discuss these things, but I need to check collinearity, multicollinearity, to decide which variables are to be taken for, which independent variables are to be taken for regression analysis. When I calculate collinearity, then I found all the 3 independent variables VIF is less than 5. So there is a low collinearity, because all the 3 independent variables VIF is less than 5, hence they have low collinearity. There are 3 categories I told you: low collinearity, moderate collinearity, high collinearity. Low means less than 5, moderate means in between 5 to 10, above means above 10. 10 or above 10 is a high collinearity. We avoid those first 10 and 5 to 10, we take only below 5, so we can use it. Now this I have presented in a graph. Then highest is 1.71 VIF, that is called news advertisement, and 1.48 is a second highest, and 1.02 is a third highest. So that almost all the independent variables are less than 5. Now this is the equation, same equation, mathematical equation I have copied from the literature that I am presenting. Sales is equal to alpha plus beta 1 into TV ad budget plus B2 into radio ad advertisement plus B3 into news advertisement, newspaper ad budget. Now I have also used here those 5 models what has been used in my previous example. 5 models: linear model, other 4 are non-linear model. Log transformation model, polynomial model, GAM model, and non-linear model I have used it. Now when I calculated regression, then I got this is what results I got it. Then for the sales, the alpha nothing but intercept 3.33827. Now beta for the first TV ad is 0.04587. For radio ad coefficient is 0.1857. Again for news advertisement is a negatively influencing. See here, minus it has come. You need not worry. You may have this kind of conception. How it is possible there is a negative? Whether with the increase in news advertisement there should be increase in sales. This is quite common. But that is your structural model, it says. Structural means theoretical relation which says your structural model is compared with a statistical model. Sometimes there may be a negative relation may also be possible. Be clear. We say with the increase in quantity demanded, there is a decrease in price. This is a quite general phenomena. This is what everyone will say. But this may be possible in certain cases, quite reverse also. Like in COVID period, during what is called hoarding period, the price, though there is an increase in quantity, there is also increase in price may also become. Why not? Such a situation may also arise. By getting that negative sign, you did not worry. Your data is like that. When data is like that, we cannot do anything. The newspaper, with the increase in newspaper, there is a decrease in sales. That is what it says. With the as other advertisement, that is what it says. So that this is what all coefficients are. We can call it as a parameter 3.33. These are all parameters we have used for other models also. In log model, then TV ad is plain TV ad is transformed into log function. Radio ad is also transformed into log function. But when it comes to polynomial model, TV ad is converted or transformed into powers, polynomial function. And when it comes to GAM model, TV ad and radio ad is transformed into smoothing parameter. Like that, only certain variables are converted, only certain independent variables are converted into mathematical functions. Not necessary that all should be converted. If you want, you can convert it. These are all you can do. Trial and error also you can do, no problem. In order to get, that is what regression model is. Either it may be addition model or it may be a deduction model, we say, to arrive at the best model. That is what you can check. Here is, this is what we got, this is what we can call as a developing model. The mathematical model I developed using mathematical equation by substituting with my results. Now next, after this, I want to assess which is the best. Again I have checked here adjusted R square, again root mean square error, again p value. But when you look at it, highest adjusted R square is again found in GAM. These are three independent ads. One is a TV ad, next one is what ad? Newspaper ad, one more is a radio ad. All three ads are contributing to the sales to the extent of 93.48%. It is falling short of just 6%, 6.5%, approximate I am saying. Now this 6% contribution from other variables, exploring is very difficult task. Exploring those 6% falling short of variables is a very tremendous job, is a very Herculean task, we say. But let it be, we don't want to discuss. Next, second best is, which is the second best? Second best is polynomial model, which contributing to the extent of 89.91, almost 90%. Again, linear model is third one, is contributing to the extent of 88%. Now, RMSE also, if you look at it, in GAM model, RMSE is the least. It means that it is a more, lower the RMSE, the more precise for prediction, more accurate for prediction. When accuracy errors is very less, automatically the precision is more. The precision of prediction is more when your RMSE is low. So here in case of GAM model, RMSE is less, hence your model is the best model for predicting, for prediction. So ANOVA is also we calculated in previous, I could not calculate it. Here is a p value is less than 0.05. So that in all the model p value is significant whose value is less than 0.05. So here null hypothesis is rejected, alternative hypothesis is accepted. Now come to the, once you got the result, it doesn't mean that your results are very good. You should not become so happy unless you check diagnostic tests or residual analysis. I told you this can be checked with three tests: normality, homoscedasticity, again autocorrelation. Again, a reset test, we use it for the purpose of whether your model is linear or non-linear. That is what. Initially only we calculate it, this one. Before I start which model to be adopted, I do it reset test. If the reset test says towards non-linearity, I will go directly non-linearity instead of going for linear. Now, that is initially we do it reset test, then finally we go for, after getting the result, now we want to validate our result through your residual analysis. Normality test, again homoscedasticity test, again one more is autocorrelation. In all the three cases, we do get null hypothesis to be accepted, where your p-value should be more than 0.05 you should get. But in my case, in normality, my p-value is 0.05. Hence, my residuals are not normally distributed. In case of homoscedasticity, then null hypothesis is accepted. The reason is that the p-value is greater than 0.05. Hence, my residuals are homoscedasticity, equal variance. One result is positive, one result is negative is there. So there is a possibility in some of the cases even get all two also. Now the question comes, sir, in order to get all these should be positive, what I should do? This you can get it by three things. One is what we do, what literature in mathematics or statistics says, you increase the sample size, one. Number two, you transform your data into any log function, any other function you have to convert so that it becomes, your data becomes so precise, which will be quite helpful for getting your diagnostic test to be satisfied. Or you can go for first difference. Your data should be converted into first difference. These are the three things are there. Otherwise, you have to explore new variables. This is the last one. Sir, whatever variables I have taken are not suitable, then I will go for other variables. You have to explore it. So this is how in practice is all. But one thing I will say, for a researcher, when you are doing 4 years for your PhD, because getting your R square, adjusted R square with 30% or 40% is of no use. Spending 4 years for your PhD and getting the result of 30-40% of adjusted R square, there is no meaning. In 4 years, you try to explore some other variables with which you are able to cross at least 60%. Now, this is what we have done it. Again, we have done even graphs also with a normal check. That 3 we have put in one sheet. Again, individually also we have shown the normality plot as well as its data, its result. Again, homoscedasticity plot as well as its results. Again, these are all scatter plots individually I have taken to determine it. Conclusion, I will say here also, I say that overall we say that GAM model is recommended for predicting sales based on your advertisements, different types of advertisements. Now this is all my presentation, with which I am happy to convey my thanks to my university authorities, statutory authorities for giving this opportunity, and even I should thank all the authorities of Karnataka State Higher Education Council. They are giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge with you. Thank you. Any doubts?